Guys, you're nodding.
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to another movie talk edition of Distorted Minds.
How you doing?
How's your drive time commute?
Keep two hands on the wheel. Just kidding.
We got a couple of movies to talk about. If you remember from the last time we did one of these, it's 12 Years a Slave and Happy Gilmore. Two quite different movies, but you know that happens sometimes.
Yeah. Well, we don't tell each other what our next picks are. We find out.
That's kind of the fun of it.
And
I feel like.
Yeah, it's just.
So we got a pretty heavy ass one to get through
Yeah.
first, and then we'll jump into some Happy Gilmore
some lighter stuff
to lighten the mood. And let's just kick into this one. What do you say?
Clap them cheeks. All right. We want to catch up on anything? You've been watching some stuff?
Of course. Have you?
I don't think I've watched a movie.
Ever.
No, ever. These are the first movies I've ever seen. What if 12 Years a Slave was the first movie you've ever seen?
That's
Holy
a hell of a
fuck.
first movie.
Jeez, you'd never watch another movie again. Like, not because it's a good movie, but there's a lot. There's a lot in there. And if that's your first movie you've ever seen, like somebody from a different country, never been to a movie theater before.
Yeah,
and they go,
like a third world country and shit.
Yeah, they go to the movie theater, buy some popcorn, sit down to watch this movie. Like, kind of reminds me. I went on a date.
Yeah.
Once it was where we went out to dinner, and it was like kind of like an impromptu.
Turn your mic a little.
We ended up going to the movies.
There you go.
Shit! There we go.
You're good. Yeah.
My bad.
You went to the movies.
This is my first time. Yeah, we were like, let's go to the movie, and we looked to see what was playing. It was like, oh, Will Smith's in this movie called 7 Pounds. Have you seen that movie?
No, but it looks.
It's not a good movie to go on when you're on a date. I'll tell you that. You're like, oh, Will Smith, everybody loves him. It'll be good. And it was good, but it was like Will Smith accidentally kills a family in a car accident, and he starts giving away 7 pieces of himself to victims of that, like, and the last one being his heart to somebody, and it's like, we're on a date, and it's just this crazy fucked up.
It made it awkward.
Yeah. It was great. That'll be chapter 9 of my memoir.
Is that which one you're picking today?
No.
I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, I heard King Richard was pretty good. That newer Will Smith. But anyways,
Richard.
It's about the Venus and Serena Williams, their upbringing and shit. I don't know.
Biopic.
Yeah, something like that. But anyways, I watched 10 Things I Hate About You. It was Sarah's choice.
Okay. I mean, hey, dude.
Have you seen it?
Can't hate
it's
on
pretty fucking funny.
Heath Ledger and stuff, dude.
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, what's her name?
Julia Stiles.
Yeah.
It was fun. The chick that Joseph Gordon-Levitt is after, they kind of date in Third Rock from the Sun. I thought that was fun.
I don't know, but
Love interest. And then the funniest part I thought about that. Have you seen it before?
Yeah, it's been a long time, but yeah.
But like, it's this rich ass school and shit. It looks like a fucking castle or whatever, and Like they're going through the groups of people, like these are the popular kids or whatever, and then they get to like these are the wannabe cowboys, and there's just a bunch of cowboys right there.
No shit.
And then later in the movie, like they're just talking or whatever, and in the background you see one of those cowboys just eating a can of beans. That shit made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember that.
Well, it's not like super noticeable.
Yeah.
Like it's like a background thing. He's just chilling, eating a can of beans. I thought that was fucking the funniest shit ever.
I just think that was like the first thing you saw like Heath Ledger in. Like a lot of people.
Yeah.
It was like that.
This
or like,
was my first time watching it. I really liked it.
You never saw the movie before?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it though. I thought it was pretty good.
I don't remember
for what
like
it is,
hating it. Yeah, high school drama. She like writes the papers. She's like 10 things I hate about you. Like, look, they did it. They said it.
They said
the name
title
of the movie.
Another one I watched.
Setting unrealistic expectations for guys.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be Heath Ledger.
He looked pretty old to be a high schooler.
Well, that's Hollywood.
I know. That's
like
what
they got like
do.
40-year-olds being like, "Oh my God, math class." They get in there and they look like Billy Madison. They're so old they stick out. You're like, first and second grade was easy.
That should be a meme.
Social studies division. This is gonna be tough.
The kid's just looking at him with the glasses.
That's what. Yeah.
Another one I watched was I'm Thinking of Ending Things. This is a Charlie Kaufman movie, which is, the same guy who did Being John Malkovich and some other weird ones.
Sounds like a comedy.
Kind of.
I was being sarcastic.
It kind of is. It's got that Jesse Plemons guy. I don't know if you know who that is.
I've heard of that name. I don't know. Put a face to it.
It was super weird. I didn't really like it. I don't know. It was okay, I guess. The ending was super weird. I always watch these weird fucking movies.
Yeah.
Oh, he did Eternal Sunshine too. That's also him.
I've seen that.
That movie's good.
Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet.
That's right.
Titanic.
Kate Winslow.
The woman famous for not letting her boyfriend on a door. There's plenty of room.
Pushing him off.
There's plenty of room.
He
died because James Cameron wanted him to die.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He had to
die.
Yeah.
He couldn't have lived.
He's too...
it wouldn't have been... It would have been too...
He's too swarthy and freaking handsome and stuff. Yeah, kill that guy.
All they had to do to make him live was just say, he lives. Write it down in the movie, in the script. Bam, he's alive. But they didn't.
I watched What Planet Are You From? This is Gary Shandling. I went on a deep dive of Gary Shandling. I watched the Larry Sanders Show and a doc about him and shit like a couple months ago. So I watched this movie. It's about like an alien. It's like a race of men alien, and they send him down to impregnate a woman, and but they don't know how women work and shit. So he's trying to figure it out while he's there. And
so just
every time he gets a boner, you hear like a whirring noise, like it's kind of funny. Had Greg Kinnear. He's all right.
Could you imagine, like, growing up, every time you got a boner, there being a sound played? Like, you're just, like, walking around middle school, like, everybody going through puberty and shit. It's just a constant, like, hum. People that got to wear, like, fucking earplugs and shit. Like,
boy.
That would have sucked.
What if it did that every time?
Right? Every time fucking, like, Jessica Biel showed up in a movie, you were like... I
know. If you could have any sound for a boner, what would it be?
I don't know. Maybe, like, something fun. Like, Chewbacca's sound. Like, I can't do that.
Pop
Chewbacca.
goes the weasel.
Like a cool sound effect.
Yeah.
Like a lightsaber start, like...
Hey, that's pretty good. That's a good
Something
one.
like that.
It's fun. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
The Schwartz.
Let's see, a few more. Sideways, you ever seen this one? Paul Giamatti, who's in 12 Years a Slave. And what's that dude's name? Thomas Hayden Church.
I don't know. I just remember Paul Giamatti. The one that stands out the most is when he was Blue in that movie Big Fat Liar with
Frankie Muniz.
Yeah. He dives in the pool, and it's like they put paint in the pool or something like that. And he's all.
I like Paul
blue.
Giamatti, man. He's always cool, except when he's saying the N-word.
Except in this movie.
That's just a fun movie. They go out to wine country and try to party and pick up chicks. It's fun.
Nice.
I watched Monster, Charlize Theron, where she's all ugly and shit.
Yeah.
And Nicole Richie.
Eileen.
Have you seen that one?
No, but I know.
You know of it?
Yeah. I listened to like a
she did
last
good at
podcast
playing
on
like
the
a
last series
fucking
about her, I think.
Trashy, crazy bitch. She did pretty good on the acting.
They gave Charlize Theron like all the awards. They're like, you made yourself look ugly. Here's an award.
Ugly prostitute.
I bet she acted her ass off, though.
Yeah.
I bet she did some great acting.
Yeah, she was very convincing.
I know it's got Christina Ricci in it, too.
Yeah, big old forehead.
What's up? They enhanced her forehead?
She just always has a big forehead.
Well, I mean, yeah, but did they accentuate it in this movie? They had like an extra 2 or 3 inches to her forehead with makeup to make it look even bigger.
Yeah.
Poor Christina. Don't be hating on Christina Ricci, bro.
It's a good movie, though. It's worth watching.
I like chicks with
Netflix.
big foreheads, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christina Ricci, what's up?
Yeah. She got a 5 head. Tasteless. Oh, yeah. Comedy documentary. You know how I like those comedy documentaries? It's about this old book. It was a series of books, tasteless jokes. And you got a bunch of comedians talking about it and shit and all that. It was fun. Hour-long thing. But yeah, Those are my other movies that I watched. We can get into the heavy shit.
Let's do it. I didn't watch any other movies.
Dive right in.
We can go. We can jump right in.
Just not a movie watcher or what?
Well, I didn't have any of my. I haven't went back and like restarted any of my like subscriptions except for Netflix the other day because I got a new debit card, so I just haven't went back and changed all my stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm still signed in on your HBO Max, and I didn't want to watch anything on there to like mess up your algorithm or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, I just haven't watched any movies.
That's cool. It's cool.
Did watch King of Queens and a few other things like episodes more as like background noise. Yeah, so far the beginning they don't have that theme song in there yet. I'm fucking surprised.
Fucking sitcom. Fucking intros.
Fucking Jerry Stiller tie-in to Billy Madison, I guess. You know, Ben Stiller's dad.
Oh, yeah.
Who plays Arthur. He makes the show.
Arthur.
He makes the show.
Arthur. Yeah.
Douglas.
He's great in Seinfeld, too.
Just the way he says Douglas. He's like, Douglas.
You should watch some Seinfeld. You got Netflix. Throw on some Seinfeld. Like season 5 or something.
Let's do
it. All right. 12 Years a Slave is a movie from 2013.
Yep, released November 8th, right before Thanksgiving. It was a good movie to get the whole family together to go see.
Yeah. It's a good time. It's a laugh per minute. No,
it's not. Written by John Ridley based on the autobiographical book of the same name by Solomon Northup.
Mm-hmm.
The main character of the movie.
Main character. Chiwetel
Ejiofor. Yeah, we fucking got so close.
That's the word. That's the hardest name.
It's directed by Steve McQueen. And you're like, whenever I seen the director's name was Steve McQueen, I was like, my head like thought of like the old wasn't there like an actor
yeah,
Steve
there
McQueen?
Is.
I was like, I thought he died.
Different
totally
Steve
different
McQueen.
Steve McQueen. This guy is British. Oh. And it had a budget of $20 million, and it made $187 million. Jack.
That's a come up.
Yeah. Yeah, but Chiwetel, and it had Michael Fassbender, Benedict Cumberbatch, Paul Punch Him in the Face Dano.
Paul Giamatti.
Two Pauls. I like Paul Dano, or I hate Paul Dano more.
But
I don't like any of the Pauls in this movie. They're both fucking pieces
of shit. He's the Diddler in the new Batman movie. I mean, the Riddler.
Yeah, they were like,
the Diddler.
He is. Lupita Nyong'o.
Yep.
And then, it is exactly what the fucking name of the movie is.
Yeah.
Like, you just look at the name of the movie.
You know what it's about.
You know what you're getting into.
It's got a 95% tomato meter, 90 audience.
It was
highly rated. I
think it won some awards. Got nominated for a bunch.
Yep, totally. I was supposed to have those ready, but I didn't.
Like, historians went back and they verified a lot of this shit, and they said this movie was 88% accurate to the book.
That's a pretty good accuracy score.
Yeah, usually book to movies suck most of the time.
Yeah.
But 88%.
Yeah, well, it won Academy Award for Best Picture, Best Actress in a Supporting Role. You know, a bunch of them. Golden Globe, Best Picture, Motion Picture Drama.
It was a drama.
Yeah. You know what the tagline is?
Is there one?
Yeah. It's the extraordinary true story of Solomon North.
Oh, okay.
So it fits.
That does. That does fit. That might have been the movie tagline that makes the most sense so far.
I know, right?
Like, they were just like, hey, buckle up.
Buckle up, bucko.
Yeah. I didn't really take, lately, really, a lot of the movies lately, I haven't been taking any notes while I watch it.
I know.
More afterwards.
It's kind of a bitch.
But
especially for this movie, it took away.
I didn't take any notes during it. I wrote down some thoughts afterwards.
That's cool. I should try it like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like I forget so much shit.
It's if something sticks out, I like when I watched Happy Gilmore, I did that a couple times. If something sticks out, that way I don't forget it. But well, the story is about Solomon Northup, who was a free man in New York.
Saratoga, New York, 1841.
Yeah. He shreds on the violin.
Fucking shreds.
Fucking just rips. Dude can shred. I was like, fuck yeah. He's got a family. He's got a wife, 2 kids. Everything's going pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly why his wife left. She was going to work or was going to go get some work. His wife, she left. And then he was walking around just...
Yeah, and then the 2 guys...
Joining the 2 con men. You don't know it at first, but...
Yeah, they say they're from the circus or something.
You pretty quickly find out that they're con men.
Yeah, and they get them drunk or drug them or something.
Yeah, they take them... They take them on tour, and they're like, we'll take you here. And so they leave New York and they go to Washington. And they play a show. He shreds. They give him a sack of money. This is just your first night.
They take him out to dinner.
And then they get him really drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing you know, dude wakes up in a cell and he's got
in chains
on his hands and his fucking feet, I feel like.
Yeah.
That shit was fucked.
Yeah, man. And then the guy comes in and fucking
just beats the shit out of him, dude.
Yeah,
that was my
he's
first
trying
note.
to tell him he's a free man.
Yeah. Holy fuck, that was rough.
Is that your note?
And that was 10 minutes into the movie.
You know?
That was 10 minutes in, dude.
It's a Black History Month, man. I felt like picking this movie. When this comes out, it'll still be, but not when the video comes out, it'll be March. But hey, we still made it.
Well, I kind of want to read the book, but then I kind of don't.
Yeah, but you were saying something like that.
I was like, yeah, immediately. And then there's some other people brought in. Basically, he got kidnapped and sold.
Yeah, they transport him to the South.
He didn't have his, you had to have papers to prove you're free back then, and he didn't have his papers or nothing.
Right. And when they got there and that one guy came and asked for the other black guy. And, that sucked.
Dude, so many parts in this movie were like that.
Yeah.
It just blew my mind, dude. Like,
and he was all yelling for him and shit.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Like, your heart just breaks over and over again in this movie.
Yeah.
For the whole thing. Even at the end, like, I could fucking shed a couple tears at the end.
Yeah, that ending.
It really got me.
Boy.
But it was like because I was happy.
Right.
They were like happy tears for him. You know what I mean? I was like, Jesus Christ.
After all he went through.
Yeah. As soon as it was his wife or his kid said, "You got nothing to apologize for," I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that's where you got Paul Giamatti with the N-bomb. You're like, damn it, Paul Giamatti, you can't say that.
Well, the thing about he wakes up. He gets put on a boat.
Yeah,
they're ferrying him and a bunch of other people
somewhere in the south
to be sold. Mm-hmm. And they get there, and the one guy he sort of made friends with. Yeah, he gets there. He gets his like owner comes and saves him. He's super stoked. He's just gone. He doesn't even look back.
I know.
He doesn't look back. Think twice about it.
And then Solomon's all yelling for him like, "Come on, help me out."
And then you see Paul Giamatti. You're like, "Oh, it's Paul Giamatti." He's a nice guy, you know. And he didn't immediately start off being a dick.
Yeah.
But then it was like, oh no, it was like
He didn't respond to his new name or something like that.
Yeah, they gave him a new name, and it was like Paul Giamatti. As soon as he turned right off the bat, you knew like all bets are off.
Yeah.
And I didn't know Michael Fassbender or Benedict Cumberbatch was in this movie. I'd never seen it. So I didn't know these people were going to be in it. And like, you know what? Fuck you, Magneto. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Magneto?
Like, fuck you, Magneto.
Is he Magneto?
He's young Magneto. Michael Fassbender.
Oh, that guy. I don't think I've ever seen him.
Yeah,
in
the real fucking, the main bad guy.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, and that part where they're all the black people are standing there naked and they're just being auctioned
Dude,
off.
it's like they're walking through the store,
a showroom
like
and
Walmart or some shit, like turning left on an aisle, dude, and just like picking it out, dude.
It's wild.
That shit was fucking insane.
They like separate the woman and her kids.
They're crying and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like they give zero fucks.
And then Benedict Cumberbatch comes he has to pay top dollar for fucking Solomon because he could smash on that violin.
And while everybody freaks out while they're taking the woman away from her kids, and he just like picks up the violin and just starts fucking
noodling around.
They did a lot of weird things with the music in this movie. Like whenever they were on the boat and it just kept showing the the thing.
Yeah, the propeller thing in the back. And all the little waves.
The music was just like that tense, that building the fucking tension. Just building it up. Like,
yeah.
Like, fuck. It's Hans Zimmerman, too, so it's good. You know what I mean?
Good old Hans.
Hansi. I like to thank my friend Hans.
Hans and
coming up with
Franz.
the music for my movies. But... He gets bought by Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch. A lot of people probably associate him with fucking Sherlock Holmes. Never watched that show. He's Doctor Strange to me.
I watched him in the newer Western movie. I think I mentioned it on here. The Power of the Dog.
Yeah.
It's a little gay. Literally.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
So, yeah, when they get there and
Strange
shit, and you meet Paul Dano's character, and he's just singing this horrible song, terrible song.
Dude, I already hate Paul Dano from There Will Be Blood.
He's getting them all to clap along.
As he sings this fucking
terrible
horrible
lyrics,
song to him.
Lots of N-words and stuff
Basically,
like that.
the song was, if you try to run away, we will fucking kill you.
Yeah. Freaking
That's
asshole.
the most polite way you can put it.
Don't you love hating him, though?
I mean... He's great, dude, at his job, because I fucking hate his guts. Like,
he's doing something right.
I fucking hate Paul Dano. I can't wait to go watch Batman and watch fucking Edward kick his ass.
Oh, boy.
I wonder if his chin's going to be glistening, like from Twilight. because he's got the Batman cape on. You just see his face, but it's gonna be.
I might watch the Batman, but
it's probably gonna be good.
It doesn't look like a great one to me. I don't know.
It looks like a different kind of Batman.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I hate how he can't freaking move his neck and shit. He's never.
Those are the old Batman.
Well, I think
they figured that out with Christian Bale's Batman. In the second and third one, he could move.
Stupid ass voice.
He could move his neck at least.
Yeah.
He could do that.
Yeah. So anyways, as far as, slave owners go, Benedict is not the worst, right? I mean, he gives him a violin and he's trying to...
Under the circumstances, he's not bad, but like the people who run his farm are fucking dickheads, Paul Dano and this other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kind of talks back to Paul Dano's character a little bit, and he, kind of
Paul Dano doesn't like him
a little
because Solomon is like, I don't know, he's got ideas, and he just is jealous of him and shit. Basically, doesn't like him.
Yeah, he kind of makes him look stupid and shit.
Yeah, he does make Paul Dano look a little dumb because
they end up fighting and shit, and
we ended up fighting after. Paul Dano was just being a fucking prick.
Right, a few times.
And coming over and undoing his work.
Mm-hmm.
Working on that. Getting mad about him for using shit that he gave him, told him to use, just looking for an excuse to fucking beat him up.
Yeah.
And then he fights back. He starts whipping Paul Dano, and you're like,
basically he hits him with the whip. He has the whip, but he's not whipping him. He's basically just hitting him with the coiled up whip. I
actually have a note that's just Paul Dano ... I was like, fucking frickin' Paul Dano.
Crazy.
I got the acting is out of this world. Just all the performances are great.
The depiction,
this had to be such a hard movie to make. I felt like for the actors to like get in that fucking headspace, I would imagine. I mean, I don't know how acting works, but I feel like they gotta like. I'm sure it wasn't the best filmmaking experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like they had a great time. I'm sure they did enjoy making the movie.
Right.
But it may have been tough.
Yeah, but it's an important movie. I feel like you know what I mean.
Okay, Lupita, remember you're about to get lashed 80 fucking times.
People don't people don't really think of the horrors of what slavery was.
Yeah, you really don't.
And then you see it depicted in a movie like this, and you're just like.
And from like everything I read, it was like pretty fucking accurate. Like what people said.
That's
like
it's hard.
Can't imagine like.
And then
you're just fucked.
So yeah, after they had the little scuffle, he's like, "I'm gonna get you," and he runs away and shit. And then there's the hanging part. Boy.
Paul Dano comes back later with like two goons, and they go to string up Solomon, and they get him like halfway there, and then like the overseer of the plantation stops him. He's like, "That's fucking Dr. Strange's fucking property. You can't do that." So he stops Paul Dano from hanging him. Paul Dano runs away with his friends, but that guy also doesn't cut him down. He's like half hung.
Right.
Where he's like standing on his tippy toes in the mud.
Yeah, muddy freaking swampland.
So he doesn't fucking choke himself to death. So he doesn't die.
And
all day.
Nobody's allowed to help him, basically.
Nope. Everybody just goes on about working.
That scene goes on for like 2 minutes straight or something.
Or one of those tension building scenes again, dude. It just builds the heaviness.
Right. Jesus
until
Christ.
Dr. Strange comes. So when I was watching it, this is the part of the movie where Nate came over. So like Nate, CJ, and I were like watching this, right?
Yeah.
And I brought him up to speed on the previous like 45 minutes of what the fuck's been happening. And then like press play, and
that's a weird movie to walk halfway into.
We press play right when Benedict Cumberbatch comes in and chops him down, saves him. He's like, "You can't stay here though. They're coming to kill you."
Send him off.
So he's got to send him off to Michael Fassbender, who's known for being a prick.
Much more ruthless.
So we're watching it, and like the movie's just doing what the movie does, and like everybody's like, "Fucking Jesus, dude," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the fucking rape scene happens.
Yeah.
And then it was like that whole fucking thing to sit through. All that, Michael Fassbender and Lupita Nyong'o, they sit through that. And like after that was over, I was like, "You guys want to play some video games?" We were like, "Yeah." Fucking, let's put a pin in this, dude.
Oh, jeez.
We need to let's fucking play some video games for a little while. Like, just let that sit for a little bit. And then I came back after we were done, after they left and shit. I fucking finished the movie up. But yeah, it was like...
Yeah. It's heavy subject matter.
It is, dude.
There's that part when they send him off to go get supplies or groceries or whatever. And like he looks at the note and she kind of noticed, because he's not supposed to be able to read. Yeah.
Yeah. And she asks him if he knows how to read and this and stuff. He's like, no.
Yeah. But then he ends up, he's about to run and he runs through the bushes and shit, but he comes across, the two other black guys being hung. And then, oh, jeez. And
yeah,
they send him off. They're like, you better do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, this movie's intense.
Yeah, I was gonna preface it by saying, like, you should watch these movies before we review them because we kind of spoil them. But I think people know by now what they're getting into.
Definitely, I think everybody probably should watch this movie.
Yeah, it's important.
It might be like a good.
Show it to your toddlers. Show it to.
Yeah.
Fun for the whole family. Jeez.
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
12 Years a Slave. Right
after. The wife doesn't like Patsy.
Yeah, that's the Lupita.
Right.
She doesn't like her because Michael Fassbender's got a thing for her. She like throws a huge glass at her face right off the bat and has it out for her the whole time.
Yeah.
Like brutally, like has it out for her the whole time. Yeah, unfortunately they're stuck with him, Michael Fassbender. Oh, in the course of this white dude comes, and he's working on the farm too because he had like a gambling problem or a drinking problem.
What's his name?
I forget.
Dillahunt. His real name, something Dillahunt.
Bastard.
He's from Raising Hope. He's the dad in Raising Hope.
Okay.
That sitcom, pretty funny.
He sort of like seems pretty friendly, and seems, he's like talking to Solomon after he just got beat up. He got whipped real bad.
Yeah.
He's kind of cleaning his wounds. And he tells him about it. Anyway, he thinks he's kind of cool, so he goes to him in the middle of the night to see if he'll deliver a message, to the people up north so they can get him, prove his freedom and get him the hell out of there. And he gives him all the money he has. And that guy basically...
Armsby,
he turns on him.
Epps is the...
He goes straight... He tells Michael Fassbender about it. And then you have that scene with them two where he's like asking him if he did it, and he's like trying to get out of it, and you don't really know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, that was another scene.
They end up he chases him with a knife or something. He slips in pig shit or whatever.
That was like a different time.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Then there's the part where he has to whip Patsy himself.
Yeah.
Solomon. And then
he takes over.
Bunch of times.
And it was all like based because like the wife was like, you got to do it. She was egging him on, telling Michael Fassbender he's not a man if he doesn't do it, and talking all kinds of shit to him. And then he couldn't do it at first because he likes her, so he makes Solomon do it. And then it's fucking rough.
She just went to go get some soap.
Yeah.
Because she said she stinks.
Yeah. It was...
and then somewhere around there. You meet Brad Pitt's character. He's looking all Amish and shit.
Never been more in love or happy to see Brad Pitt in my life. Never been more in love with this guy.
He's the real good guy.
Yeah.
In this story,
it's based off a true story. So there was this guy existed that helped.
And didn't
Solomon.
Brad Pitt produce this?
He's
movie?
one of the producers. Yeah.
He made himself the good guy.
He helped the movie get made.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you want to play a part? He's like, I'll play the guy
towards the end.
Who's the good white guy. I'll be that. I'm gonna have my hair grown out and have a beard and
You're looking all Amish and
be
shit,
Amish,
bro.
but still charming.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never loved Brad Pitt more.
Yeah, they end up talking, him and Solomon, and
Solomon tells him his whole story. And it's been, years and years have gone by. It's 12 years he was gone.
A slave.
So it was like he's been away from his family.
Never make it.
For 12 years now. By the time he meets Brad Pitt, it's been 12 years since he's seen his family.
Yeah, the guy comes to pick him up, that part.
Yeah, he showed up.
Because he's working in the field or something. Yep. They're working in the field.
The sheriff and the other guy come.
They roll up and they're like, "You're coming with me, Solomon."
And then Fassbender flips out. He's fucking just going. It's insane.
He's
like
going crazy. He's like, "That's
like
my
great
property."
acting by him. Because fuck, dude. But
yeah,
Solomon gets out. But he gives Patsy one last hug, and you see her. She's like got like a bloodshot eye, where she's still getting abused,
all beat up,
still getting beat up.
She's all them lashes in her back when they were trying to.
That
clean
was
it
like
and
the
shit.
fucking worst part, dude. That was the worst part of the fucking movie because they went out of their way to put like the blood and shit. You've seen that shit, just all of it spattering off, and then when it's done, she's lying down stomach first when they're trying to treat her back, dude, and you see all the fucking. It's fucked up.
It's so brutal.
It's fucked up. That's shit. But he gets
reunited with his family.
Brad Pitt sent the letter he said he would. He kept his word. They come down with his papers that prove he's a free man.
Pick him up.
He leaves the plantation. And then, so the fucking thing that hit me was like, he's been in cages. He's been in houses all over these different places. And then they put him, bam, it's like almost like modern times. There's a house and he opens the door and he comes in the house when he's been sleeping on the fucking floor. You know what I mean? Like it's been so long since the dude's probably even really, you know what I mean? Like it's such a drastic change. And then he goes in and it's been 12 years. His kids are growing up. He's got a grandkid.
He's got a grandson. And they all hug. Oh my God.
And he's apologizing. Yeah, he's apologizing. And when she said, "You have nothing to apologize for, dude," that's when I fucking couldn't hold the shit back no more. And it was like happy.
Grab the Kleenexes.
It was like super, just so happy that this dude. And then I was like, but a lot of people didn't, and that re-bummed me back out. And I was like,
what about all the others?
I was like, all the other. Oh, fuck, dude. Like it was like all day, like yesterday in the morning at work and shit, and I was like, it had me down.
You were in a funk.
It had me really down.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that to you.
It's cool, dude. Happy Gilmore picked me up. Like
that one, it's solid, funny movie. Well,
yeah.
Oh, there's also that part like where he was. I think it was a flashback or something where he was just in a store buying his wife a purse or something, and then the other black guy walks in,
and
the slave, and he's like,
he didn't
realize that, I guess that they're free up there.
Yeah,
or something.
That is what
he saw a free black man when he's been a slave this whole time.
That was like another part about it is like while he was sitting there waiting to get like picked up or something, there's other people, black people, walking around, you know what I mean, before he like has that flashback. That's what reminds him of it, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So like I couldn't, it's got to be tough, like you're there but then you see
everything you had was ripped away from you.
You see like other people that look like you and they're free, And like, but yet here you are
in chains and shit.
Chains.
Fuck.
Dude. I feel like this was our whole review was just like, fuck.
It's hard to talk about.
You just gotta watch it.
Yeah. It's worth watching
Have
at
something
least
lined
once,
up, like
right?
Happy Gilmore afterwards.
Yeah, yeah. Throw on something.
Because it's gonna fucking...
Lighthearted.
It's gonna rock your shit.
I think if I wasn't writing down all these fucking notes, I would have definitely cried harder.
Most of my notes were just... Solomon can't trust anyone, keeps getting fucked over.
Solomon
I didn't really...
Grundy.
I just watched it, and I was like, well, I'll just talk about how I felt about it.
Well,
fuck.
Where are you going on the rating scale?
I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
That's exactly where I'm at.
8.5. I would put that down as like a movie you should watch.
Yeah. You gotta get that one under your belt.
Yep. Yeah, it's not the most pleasant of watches, but
people need to see how fucking horrific that shit was. Freaking slavery. Jesus.
I feel like that's probably still going on in some parts of the world, which is insane.
Somewhere out there. Anyways, you want to move right along to the other one, or you need a break or nothing? Good?
I think I'm
pretty good.
I think I'm good.
Pretty good. All right. Jumping into Happy Gilmore. Let's lighten this. Yeah, let's shake it all off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off. Happy Gilmore. Throw up some Adam Sandler. I had to rent it, which I was like, I feel like this shouldn't be a movie I have to rent. I feel like it should be streamed somewhere.
Yeah, you probably do have it somewhere. You don't have a tape or a DVD anywhere of it?
I didn't dig through the ditches and burn through the witches, but
I gotta hire
I don't
Rob
recall
Zombie for that.
seeing it.
What if he really did have like an excavating business? You know what I mean? He just really is digging through the ditches and shit.
I saw a fucking something online, a picture. It was a live, laugh, love, one of those things, you know. But it said live through the ditches and love through the witches and laugh through the back of my Dracula. It's pretty funny.
Spruced it up a little bit. They probably got sued. But
live and laugh, love. All right.
Next to tee up, Happy Gilmore. Bow wow now. Bow wow now. Bow now.
1996 comedy.
That is like, I think it's one of my notes I took. This movie is like comfort food in movie form.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Like, it's just, you're like, oh, dude.
You know you're gonna smile.
I just feel fucking so safe watching Happy Gilmore.
What year was
the Member Berries? Yeah. As soon as Tuesday's Gone starts playing, you're like,
you know you're in for a good one.
Fucking,
you're in for a good time.
Yeah, February 16th. The movie came out 1996.
What year was Billy Madison?
95.
So right there.
Back to back. It was written by Tim Herlihy and Adam Sandler. Directed by Dennis Dugan. They've made some other movies together. Had a budget of $12 million.
Jack.
Box office 49.2. Adam Sandler was still on the he was still on the rise. You know, his movies, this was maybe like the last movie he did where he was the star. I think I mentioned it maybe in another one where it didn't make over $100 million.
Oh.
Because after this, like each of his movies.
What was it after this? Big Daddy?
We'd have to look it up.
Waterboy.
Maybe Waterboy, Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer. Love that one. Billy Idol.
It was the 1-2 punch of Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, though, that really started. And, I almost said DVD rentals, but, you know, VHS rentals and shit.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
Hells yeah.
Contributed.
We got a 61% tomato meter. 85 audience
score. Fuck you, Rotten Tomatoes.
I
You guys
know.
fucking suck.
What is it? It's like
They don't like
it's
Adam
like
Sandler.
they put together all the critics to get the tomato meter score or something. Like,
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's probably just one guy.
I heard someone explain it, but I forget. Anyways, we got a tagline. He doesn't play golf. He destroys it. Did you read that on your
Yeah,
DVD
it's on
cover?
the DVD cover, yeah.
That one's fitting. It's
Yeah,
fun,
that one
fun
does.
tagline.
Yeah.
Tuesday's gone.
I watched like the trailer on the DVD. I can't remember what the guy says, but it had the old classic movie guy. He's like, now he's playing golf to win some money for his grandma. I swear to God, that's basically what it was.
That cute old lady.
Adam Sandler is Happy Gilmore. Pretty much.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Well, they say Bobby. They show him like the fight scene, like when he's getting his face punched, like at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
And he goes, "The price is wrong, Bobby."
That's fun.
Yeah.
Tuesday's gone. He loves hockey. It's all showing the old clips of, him and his dad and
Did you run into the thing where like you knew all the words to the movie, like it's a song?
basically.
I remember like all the words, like ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to play hockey.
His dad taught him that slap shot, and
Yeah.
that's basically how he knows how to.
My dad
drive
loved
the ball.
hockey. My mom didn't.
Yes, she freaking moved to Egypt.
She moved to Egypt,
far
where
away.
there's not a hockey rink within 1,200 miles. It just showed the dad just sitting there just watching TV and like the woman talking, and he just doesn't give a fuck. My dad loved hockey. My mom didn't. That shit made me laugh.
His dad died from a slap shot to the face.
Terry O'Reilly, the Tasmanian Devil. He wasn't the biggest guy in the league, but he feared nobody.
We're just gonna have
Just
you,
like me.
Have you recite the whole movie.
Yep. Also, dude, the grandma in this movie, Frances May, the
Yeah.
actress,
She's
maybe the best grandma.
She's adorable.
Maybe the best grandma in all films.
She's adorable.
She's the best fucking grandma.
Mm-hmm.
She puts on the kiss mask.
Or what? That other lady from The Wedding Singer. A hip, a hop.
Hippy-dippy.
I got you some meatballs.
He's like, thank you. Go ahead. Take a bite. He's like, that's a good meatball. She like squishes the meatballs down in his fucking hand.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
classic.
She's classic as fuck. To shout out to her. That wasn't his grandma though.
Yeah.
That was just a sweet old lady he gave
what's her
singing
name?
lessons to. Meatball.
What's her name
old
in this
lady.
movie?
She's not in this movie.
No, I meant this. What's the old lady's name in this movie?
The grandma?
Yeah.
I think it's just grandma. They don't call her
I
anything.
meant the actress.
Frances May.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. I looked it up.
Okay, good job.
Frances May.
Sent to live with his grandma, who was like had kiss makeup and shit,
Yeah,
or
she
was
put
it
on
a mask?
kiss mask?
A mask,
to cheer
yeah.
him up.
Yeah, and then he's trying to try out for the hockey team. He's like, I was the first guy to ever take off his skate and try to stab a guy.
He's like, I still hold 2 league records. I was the first guy to take off. He's like, I was like, most time spent in a penalty box. I'm the only guy to ever take a skate off, try to stab somebody with it. The whole time, the music, there's like shredding going on, dude. I always think of that when I think of the older Adam Sandler movies. I'm like, these movies shaped my taste in music.
Yeah.
With all these songs like
I
Journey,
agree.
Carry On My Wayward Son, and like Billy Madison, he had Styx, like he's always has like good classic rock bands and shit going on.
Oh
and
yeah,
just
when he
rock
pulls
stuff.
up to the high school. What's that song?
Stroke man, stroke man. Dude, he thinks he's really cool. That's the Billy Madison scene.
Yeah. All right.
But he's
It shows him doing all the different jobs he did before.
but he still like makes a dick out of him.
Makes a dick out of everything. That's funny.
Except when
Everything's just cock.
he's like, lately I've been working construction.
Yeah, and he's shooting
It's
beer
not a bad
cans
yeah.
with the nail gun.
He's like, just look at that bastard. He's like,
Yeah, he accidentally shoots his boss in the head or whatever.
with a nail. Which, that shit made me laugh later. He's like, hey, Mr. Larson. He's like, oh, don't worry, Mr. Gilmore. I'm truly proud of you. And he's like, thanks. He's like, how's the nail doing?
How's
he goes,
the,
He's like, oh, terrific. The nail comes out next week. Super fucking...
yeah. And then, his girlfriend leaves him, who was pretty hot, you know?
She was.
She was only in that scene or whatever.
Yeah, she's leaving him. She was a kindergarten teacher. He's like,
Till the night closes in.
She's like, you're going nowhere, Happy, and you're taking me with you. He's like, you know what? You're a lousy kindergarten teacher.
Yeah,
I see those finger paints you bring home, and they suck.
That's the funniest thing, dude. That's a fucking funny ass line, dude. I've seen those finger paints you bring home, and they suck. I didn't mean that, baby.
Yeah, I'm sorry, baby. Just come back up here. I'll give you the old smoochy, kissy, wissy. Mm-hmm. He starts licking the monitor. It just like he's like
over. There's like a random kid out there.
He's like licking it and shit, making noises. Just like a random kid out there. He's like, I wanna kiss you all over
and over and again.
I wanna kiss you all over. Dun, dun, dun.
Till the night closes in. Till the night. And then the song jumps in.
The Asian lady shows up.
You don't want breakfast?
You don't want breakfast? This movie's crazy, dude. It's so funny. It's so right off the bat, dude. I was just enjoying it.
It is a joy. It's an absolute joy.
I mean, a little fucking bowl of food, man. I was enjoying the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, his grandma's house is getting repossessed, and he needs the convenient sum of $200.
She hasn't paid her taxes.
Yeah, and he's got to come up with the convenient sum of $250,000 within 90 days.
And
boom.
the tax guy, that's Robert Smigel, who was also in Little Nicky, which we did. He was beefy.
He was a writer on SNL.
Yeah. And he did Triumph the Insult Comic Dog for Conan.
Oh, yeah, you said that one time. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
Yeah.
And then and the movers, Will Sasso is one of the movers. That was fun. He comes in and just jumps on the couch that they're moving.
Put that down. That's my grandmother's. The other guy, the other mover,
what's he from?
He's in my movie pick for next time.
Oh, Snizzap.
Yeah.
Holy sniz.
Yeah.
So he has to take her to the old folks' home. Mister.
He's like driving on the sidewalk at first. You notice that the first shot that they show him in the car? Like the street's down here, but he's like up here on like a sidewalk. There's steps and shit. Like he's like driving on the sidewalk. It's a quick thing.
Oh, man.
He's like, look at these people. He's like, he's like, nice grass. He's like, everybody looks fun. And the lady jumps on his fucking car. Later on in the movie,
what does she say? She's like, they treat us bad or something.
She's like, Mister, get me out of here. And he's like, here, just eat that. He just pours all kinds of like fast food at her. But you see her later in the I forget what scene it is, but she's just in the background looking at like the windows being all crazy and shit. Like I didn't notice it before. That. She's just back there being all crazy looking and shit, which was fun.
Yeah. Then you're introduced to Ben Stiller. Oh my God.
Yeah.
His character is legendary in this fucking movie.
He's a real piece of shit.
He's the worst fucking guy.
He's a real piece of shit. He's like, Grandma is quite a quilter or whatever. Or before when he checks her in.
Yeah.
One of the line that I like to use sometimes, is like when a family member asks me how my nice girlfriend was. I'm like, oh, she fell off a cliff and died on impact.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He's like, she got hit by a car. She's dead.
Right. I love that.
What happened to that nice girlfriend of yours? Oh, she got hit by a car. She's dead.
That's pretty great.
Well, later, whenever the Virginia chick, she talks to him, just out of nowhere, he's like, "Oh yeah, my girlfriend's dead, you know." She goes, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, she fell off a cliff, died on impact."
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I think I wrote that one down in here somewhere.
Like, okay. But he goes to give Ben Stiller's like, "You see that lady over there?
Yeah.
That lady's real special to me. So I want you to take extra special care." And he pulls out like a wadded up, crinkled up dollar bill.
He's like, "I can't accept that."
She goes, "Could I trouble you for a glass of warm milk?"
"You could trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up."
Yeah, and then
you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
Oh my!
How do you threaten a little old lady like that, dude? That's so fucking funny.
They come back to him later. He's got like all the fucking old ladies quilting.
That's the kind of shit that makes Sarah not like Ben Stiller,
because he's such a prick.
Yeah, and a lot of his roles, he's like a prick, like heavyweights or dodgeball and shit.
Judd Apatow, is friends with Adam Sandler and shit, right?
Yeah,
him and Judd Apatow and Stiller had just done heavyweights.
Oh.
Like a couple of years before this. So that's how I think maybe they knew each other through that. But yeah, Ben Stiller just being a prick. They come back later and he's on the phone making business. He's like, "I can't do this." He's like, "This is handmade quality shit we're talking here."
Yeah.
He's like, "Pleasure doing business with you." And he hangs up the phone. He goes, "All right, everybody, listen up. We're extending arts and crafts time by 4 hours today."
My fingers hurt.
What was that?
My fingers hurt.
"Oh, well, now your back's going to hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty." Like, fuck. Yeah.
Oh, God. That's a fun role to play, I bet.
Well, to backtrack a little bit, he doesn't make the hockey team.
Right.
Because he sucks at hockey. And then he figures out he can, drive the golf ball. And he's
Will Sasso and the other mover dude. They were out there trying to hit golf balls, and they made a bet or something.
Yeah, he was driving them down the street.
I bet you can't hit it further than my ball.
He like smashes it.
Yeah, he
breaks out a window, hits like a man and a woman.
She falls
far
off the fucking second story.
So he goes to like the driving range to make some money. He's like, "Step right up, folks, and see the amazing golf ball whacker guy." And then that's when
he's
he gets
hitting it like 400 yards. 400
yards, yeah. And that gets the attention of Chubbs Peterson, played by Carl Weathers, who's also in my next pick. If people out there are listening, if they're putting two and two together. No,
wait, that was Mr. T. Wait.
Well, he steps in the fucking batting cage. He's like, 364 more days till next year's hockey tryouts. I gotta toughen up. And then
he's just letting the balls hit him in the chest and fucking forehead and shit.
Feeder, and she's like, "God, that felt good."
Or and the kid is just looking at him
but
like,
"I'm all right." Yeah. He's like, "Yeah." And look, the kid goes in there, tries it, takes one, goes down. He meets Chubbs, and he's like, tries to get him to play money. He's telling him, he's like, "Chubbs Peterson used to be the golfer." He's like, "Whatever." He's like, "What happened to your hand?" He's like, "Well, they wouldn't let me play on the pro tour. They wouldn't let me play on the pro tour anymore." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
"'Cause you're black?"
"Hell no. Damn alligator bit my hand off." He pulls up his wooden hand. He goes, "Oh my God."
You can tell he's got like an extra long fucking arm.
I think that's what I thought about that, because a lot of the times in the movie he stands with his arms behind his back.
Yeah.
I think to like draw attention away from that, because it is like it's not even close.
It's like a whole nother hand on top of your hand.
You can tell he's just got like a long sleeve and he's just holding like a stick hand, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They did that too in like Arrested Development. Buster had a hook, but you could tell it was like extra long arm with a hook on it.
Yeah, if you think about it, he stands with his arms behind his back a lot, and they don't show if there's like shots of them talking and stuff. It's usually from like here up. You know what I mean? They don't.
Yeah, they try
to like limit it, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense, but it's still funny.
Yeah,
we get it. And he like accidentally whacks his hand off, and it gets run over.
He's like, "Don't worry about it. It's made of wood, real sturdy."
And sturdy, yeah.
immediately a dump truck or a cement truck drives over it.
Yeah, and he's all taped up next time you see him and shit.
Yeah, and another time they
tape.
cut back to him. He's like trying to glue the fingers back on. He can't do
it. That's after that you first meet Shooter.
Yep, Shooter McGavin.
Yeah.
Which the role of Shooter McGavin, what was the guy's name? It was like he didn't
always forget that guy's name. McDonald?
He didn't want to play it at first.
Something McDonald.
Christopher McDonald.
Well, I can't cement his name in my head for whatever.
Either. He's Shooter McGavin. It says he declined the role twice because he was tired of playing villains. Kevin Costner was approached to play Shooter McGavin.
Nah.
He turned it down to be in another golf movie that came out that year. You know what it is, Kevin?
Tin Cup. Really?
The Hollywood movie.
I didn't know that was a golf movie.
Same year, too.
Hollywood. I remember my parents watching that one.
Also, Bruce Campbell wanted the part.
I like him.
But they went with,
Christopher McDonald.
And the rest they
Little did he know it would be
history.
His freaking starring role, not starring role, but a legendary role that he's mostly known by.
I got an interesting story about the director, Dennis Dugan. Adam Sandler auditioned to be in a movie, but the movie studio didn't let him be in the movie or something. He didn't get it. But Dennis wanted him to be in it, and like Adam Sandler remembered that, and then fast forward so many years, he was like, "Aren't you that guy who wanted to put me, in your movie?" He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I want you to be the director of this movie, basically, because you tried to give me a shot back then."
That's
so
what's up.
That's how that happened.
Kept him in mind.
Adam Sandler,
that's cool.
Constantly being the coolest dude.
There you go.
Always putting his friends in it. One of his friends from college, like when they show like the golf announcer guy, who was awesome, by the way. I think he was like a sportscaster. When they cut to him and he's got like the other guy next to him who doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
It was just like one of Adam Sandler's friends.
Oh, cool.
He just put him in the movie.
That's what's up, dude. I want that role.
They just fucking put him in the fucking movie. I guess the character, Happy Gilmore, is loosely based, according to the internet, on one of Adam Sandler's childhood friends who played ice hockey and then would go golfing. And he had he could always hit the ball farther than Adam Sandler, so Adam Sandler thought it had something to do with his hockey skills. So that's maybe where a nugget of it came from.
That's fun.
Yeah, if that's true.
So he can drive the ball, but he can't do the putting yet.
Putt. He's not really good. He plays like in the Open, which is like if you win that, you get on the Pro Tour. He wins that, and so he's on the tour now to make some money to buy his grandma's house back.
Yeah.
And Shooter McGavin immediately is intimidated by him.
Just tap it in.
Tries to start shit with him. He's like, I saw what you did back there. You could probably make a lot of money driving around, going place to place, those long drive contests. And he's like, Adam Sandler says, I know what you're doing, and I don't like it. He's like, so shut your trap or whatever. And then that's when the little skirmish happens. He's like, I'd kick your ass or whatever. And he's like, well, let's do it then. And he fucking breaks the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
When they're fucking hanging out in the
at the bar or whatever.
Bar.
Yeah. And that's a play by the bay, make things out of clay part.
Yep.
I just may.
Listen to what I say, or you'll pay.
How about I go down by the bay and make things out of clay?
Probably one of my favorite lines in the movie is, he's like, I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No.
It's so...
so childish.
But clever, though, too. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. He gets a hole-in-one on
par
four, and he's like, I'm just going to do that every time. I'm just going to try to do that. He's like, that's a good plan.
That's a good plan.
Because, that was before he can putt.
Tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap-a-roo.
Arts and Crafts Extended. the air conditioner falls on the Mista lady.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ben Stiller knows exactly every angle the grandma's gonna look, so he can appear and like.
She's looking out the window.
Yeah, he sees him again. He's like, "I'll fucking kill you." It's crazy.
Oh boy. Oh, and Shooter tells him to meet at the golf course at 9.
Oh yeah.
And then the sprinkles
on.
go off. Yeah, and that's when he's talking to what's her face, Virginia.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, my girlfriend fell off a cliff and died on impact."
He's like, "Oh, my girlfriend died, you know." She's like, "Oh."
I never realized, but that her actress, I forget her name now, but that's the same bitch from Modern Family. The mother, it's the same bitch. She doesn't look the same.
It's like Julie Bowen or something like that is her name.
That sounds right.
I looked it up. It said her and Adam Sandler, she was in that Herbie Halloween movie, but I haven't seen that.
Oh, I watched it.
I guess they were on screen together.
It was meh. Anyways, but yeah, I've never put that together.
I can't think of.
She's hot, but like in this movie, what's with the first lady hairdo?
It was in the 90s. I don't know. Yeah, she had that business.
That part's not hot.
She had that business cut. It was fucked up. They're like, "Yeah, she's the PR lady. She does all this and this," and she's like, "They're like, yeah, she's great." And she's like, "Hey, I have some ideas." He's like, "Miss, can I get a Diet Coke?"
Oh yeah.
And just completely fucking shuts her down. Coke. You're like, "Fucking shoot him, McGavin."
Friggin' ass
already. Plays a great dick.
The Kevin Nealon part.
Yeah.
Get in your home.
He fucking Chubbs wants him to put off joining the tour so he can get better, but he's trying to make money as fast as possible. He's only got 90 days to make the money for his grandma's house. So he starts to play, and he gets paired up with Kevin Nealon. He's playing Kevin Nealon, and he's talking about energies and stuff.
Yeah, he's all spiritual and shit.
Harness energy, block bad. Harness energy, block bad.
Yeah.
He goes up and down and around. He's doing all kinds of shit. And then
you see that hole?
Yeah,
that's his home. Send him home.
We actually got that clip.
Oh, is that what we got?
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
because I noticed something in this movie I never noticed before.
All right, let's jump.
It's just like a production snafu. I like to watch when they forget things.
I forgot something.
Kevin? Gonna have to send him home.
Just send him home. Time to go home there, ball.
Son of a bitch, Paul. Why didn't you just go home? That's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. Suck my white ass, Paul.
I have a very distinct memory of my Grandpa Thompson laughing. Oh, you see the
yeah.
pad?
We can go back. You want me pause it?
Yeah. If you watch closely, if you're watching at home,
he throws the flag.
Then when the stunt guy falls down, you can see the blue pad pop up on his feet. He doesn't fall very far.
Right.
You can see the padding.
Yes.
Let's go down there in the corner.
Put out a press release concerning Happy Gilmore being thrown off the tour. I want to see a draft by 6 p.m.
You're right. He was out of line. His behavior is completely unacceptable. But you know,
he's just cussing the whole time in the background.
A colorful, emotional, working class hero.
I will not tolerate behavior like this. Gilmore is gone.
That's Dennis Dugan, by the way.
Oh,
the director.
Did not know.
People who want to see Happy. They just sold out.
Already?
I know, he's a little rough around the edges, but let me work with him.
Okay. But he's your responsibility. If he cleans up his act, he can stay. If he doesn't, it's your ass. Any more of this, and he's gone.
He does have an anger problem in this movie a little bit.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Whoa, sure.
He just has rage. Well, like when he's a kid and they're doing like the home video thing, he's like, after my dad died, I developed a bit of a short fuse. You see that kid right there? He just stole my party hat. So instead of asking it back, I decided to hit him in the head with a hammer.
Oh, yeah. It was a little toy hammer.
Yeah, toy hammer. He's like, but I'm always quick to apologize. He came back with birthday cake. Started rubbing his shoulders.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, the camera died?
Yeah. It's a little warm. We might be back in a few minutes.
Or not.
I mean, we're still gonna keep going with this, but
Kevin's
I meant the
gonna try and
video. We'll be
multitask.
back probably in a few minutes, maybe not.
Just depends. Not like the underwear, poop saving depends. But just, yeah.
Just looking for the rest of this bottle.
So he's
Happy
getting,
Gilmore, he's bringing a different type of crowd.
yeah, he's bringing all kinds of youthful
Party animals
people.
and
They're
shit.
tailgating and shit.
Yeah.
Bikers. He's like getting hammered and shit. People are getting hammered, or he's like, they're trying to get him to clean up his act a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So he
Yeah.
can stay on the tour, but his fans are crazy. So he like runs over there to
Do the beer bong.
Do the beer bong. And he like stops himself.
That was funny.
Some time passes. They do like a little montage. He's been
He's
playing
like,
a lot of.
Let's make a little noise. He wants them to be
Oh,
loud.
yeah.
Or something.
People start cheering.
You're right.
He's like,
And the quiet guy's just like,
he's still like not doing too well. But he's like getting like checks and stuff. The
yeah.
big checks. He's like, just give me one of them big checks. I don't care. He just got a car. He has a car full of those big fucking checks.
That's fun.
And then he runs into her again. And he says, hey, how about that date? He's like, I've been good lately. She's like, what about that rake I heard you broke and threw it in the woods?
I placed it in the woods so
He's
he
like-
could be with his family.
He's like, I didn't break it. I was testing its durability.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
then
placed it in the woods so it could be with his family. The alligator eats his ball, and he fucking wrestles the alligator. Ends up chopping his head off, right? And then he later
goes,
on,
the ball. Yeah, he's playing, and the alligator has the ball like in its mouth, and he goes to reach it, and it snaps. And he looks at his hand, and then he noticed the alligator only has one eye,
which is
because earlier in the movie, Chubbs apparently carries around this alligator's eye in a glass jar everywhere he goes. He's like, cut me down in my prime, but I tore one of that bastard's eyes out. Look here. He's just like shaking the fucking eye. So Adam Sandler dives on this fucking alligator and just beats the shit out of it. Which is like
does an elbow and shit at the end.
Yeah, which is like peak tough guy kicking ass Adam Sandler. I'm interested to know, though, did Ace Ventura When Nature Calls come out in 1996?
Good question.
Because if there was, then they both beat up alligators.
I feel like it must have been later.
I don't know. I'm gonna look
What
it
year
up.
was the first one?
94.
94?
94?
Some people have a brain for keeping movies,
Yeah, a little
years of movies, and I can't do it.
bit. 95, Nature Calls. So.
Oh,
no.
okay.
But him and the Virginia chick, they go on a date to an ice rink, and it is when I like that part where he's like, the lights go out and it starts playing that song. He's like,
Friends listen to Endless Love in the Dark.
and they're playing, and then it cuts back to the Zamboni driver,
Oh, yeah.
and he's doing like, I give it all to you, my love, and you see the guy go, my love, my. He's like
Lip syncing.
lip syncing the fucking thing. Like, it's so random but fucking funny.
For you, happy anything.
Yeah, because he's got celebrity. He gets a Subway endorsement.
Oh, yeah.
Chubbs teaches
Well-
him how to fucking.
I think that was like Bob Barker was before that, because that's what got him thrown out.
Fired. He plays like a celebrity game with Bob Barker. Can't believe we almost went over Bob Barker.
You're right. Yeah, Bob Barker. And he's doing bad because Shooter hired that guy to piss him off.
Jackass.
The heckler,
The
yeah.
heckler guy. He's like, you gotta get a towel and some suntan lotion because you're never getting off that beach, jackass. Like the whole time.
Jackass.
He's like,
Yeah,
I hate
that guy is
guy.
super annoying, dude.
he's like, he's like, well, I have a problem with you not. Bob Barker says to Happy, he's like, I have a problem with you not getting the ball in the hole. He's like, don't push it, Bob. Now's not the time.
This guy sucks.
Yeah, well, Bob Barker, I read, he said that after Happy Gilmore came out, there were like younger audience viewership went way up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the show.
That's
yeah,
fun.
which is fun. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, Adam Sandler and Bob Barker end up getting in a fist fight, tumbling down a hill, punching the shit out of each other, and Adam Sandler headbutts him. Like an old Bob Barker headbutts him. And he's like, I guess the price was wrong, bitch.
Bobby.
Chokes him, and he beats the shit out of Happy Gilmore anyway, gets him fired.
Yeah.
Go watch that scene at least. Like,
that's a fun
go watch
scene.
that scene.
And there's like a part later where Shooter was like, who won that fight again?
I picked up on something in that scene I didn't realize before. He's like, Happy Gilmore, come on down. Like, I never put the two and two together before.
Who says that?
Shooter.
Oh.
When they show up for that meeting, he's like, Happy Gilmore, come on down.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, you know.
I like that.
Price is right.
Yeah.
Then he says, who won that fight, by the way?
That's a good burn. Yep.
Shooter
He got in
McGavin.
trouble. He got suspended.
Shooter buys the house, buys his grandma's house out from underneath him.
Oh, when they do the freaking Subway commercial and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's a much better spokesman than Jared Fogle.
Well, not only that, like, it's like a great Subway commercial. I noticed when they were sitting there, like, across from each other eating, like, every time you seen them, like, the cup, like, Subway was always, like, facing the camera.
That
even
product placement.
Even though, like, from this angle, the cup must have been spun this way to show Subway, then, like, from the other angle, like, oh, shit, the cup was spun the other way.
Right,
like,
right.
No matter what angle, it was, like, Subway
Dead
as fuck.
on.
They had a lot of product placement in that movie, actually.
Wonder how much Subway paid for that, huh?
Probably a good bit.
Better than the diddler
The
Jared Fogle.
Well, the fun part about that commercial was like, hey, Happy, let me get a sub or whatever. And he goes, one sub. Coming right up, and he puts the sandwich down on the T.
Yeah, and he golfs it over.
Golfs it over to the fucking guy's mouth.
Right in his mouth. A hole in one.
You talk about a hole in one.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah, and then the house auction. Shooter buys grandma's house.
Yep.
And he was like, you can have the house if you just drop out of the golf tournament. And Virginia won't let him do it. Pieces of shit for breakfast. That's where that scene was.
Yeah. Are you kidding? I'll kick your ass on the course. He's like, what are you kidding? I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No.
He has to go back to Chubbs because he brushed off Chubbs
kind of brushed
earlier.
Chubbs off earlier in the movie. So he's like, I'm sorry. You were wrong. He's like, I was wrong. You were right. You're the best. I'm not very good. He's like, you're handsome. I'm not attractive. And he's like, as long as you admit that now. He's just sitting there trying to glue his fingers back on stuff.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's when that was. So they go mini golfing so he can work on his putting game.
Yep. He destroys the clown. You're gonna die, clown.
That's what it was,
Just
yeah.
instant rage.
Oh, you think that's funny, yeah? He's
like,
laughing.
He's like, what? I can't do it. He finds his happy
that whole
place.
thing. He does the impossible golf course where...
What golf course is this? Because that golf course was fucking insane.
Yeah.
Never went to a mini golf place where like a building exploded and came down.
Yeah,
and, like,
earthquake
all
and
kinds
shit.
of shit. Yeah, like. Anyway.
Anyways, yeah. Later on, he gets Chubbs, the present.
Well, Chubbs gives him a present. He gives him the putter that looks like a hockey stick.
That's right.
And he's
like, I got something for you too, Chubbs.
He's like, you remember that alligator that got your hand?
Well, I got his head.
And like, I got a note in there when Carl Weathers he did that blind fall out of the window. On the first take, he hurt his back.
Oh, no.
And it gave him chronic back issues for many years afterwards.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, he got hurt when doing that scene. And then he did it a few more times. It was like, no, I'm done. They didn't have the pad exactly where it needed to be or some shit. So when he fell out, he landed awkwardly and it fucked his back up.
Yeah.
Obviously, it didn't hurt his relationship with Adam Sandler or nothing because he came back.
Yeah.
Little Nicky is Chubbs.
Oh, yeah,
and stuff.
In heaven.
Chubbs, you took his hand.
Yeah, Chubbs dies.
He's like, I'm playing for Chubbs. He's like, the hell with that, I'm playing for Chubbs.
It's Happy versus Shooter.
Yep. He gets hit by that crazy guy in a Volkswagen.
Yeah, the car.
All he says, though, is Volkswagen, when he's trying to get up after getting hit.
Happy, watch out. And then his game is off after that a little bit.
Yeah, he can hit the ball as far.
And he remembers what Chubb said. Go to your happy place. Dun, dun, dun,
You've only just begun. Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, the fucking the happy place song. Yeah,
there's
his happy place. He's got
his
Virginia.
grandma's winning fucking.
Yeah, his babe is laying on the bed with two big fucking mugs of beer.
Yeah,
an
lingerie and shit.
And then there's just randomly a little person on a tricycle and a cow dressed as a cowboy. And then just cuts back to his face, and he's like,
what is that all about?
And then later he tries to go back to his happy place. But Shooter McGavin's there.
Yeah, he intrudes.
He makes out with his girl, makes out with grandma in the kiss, in the kiss mask and shit.
Yeah, he swallows the tongue.
Yeah, he swallows the tongue. He flips out. One little thing.
He's like, when he comes back to.
He flips out, but he throws a rock in the pond, and then his caddy goes over and throws a rock in the pond. Oh,
yeah, that guy. What's his name?
Alan Covert. Yeah, he's been in a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Grandma's Boy and all that stuff.
A lot of happy medicine.
Well, his caddy at the beginning of the movie, he's like, where you going with those clubs, punk?
Oh, yeah.
He pushes him down.
He's all wringing his neck,
He's like, Mr. Gilmore, I'm your caddy.
These are pretty old.
He's like, well, what should I do? Just watch me and make sure I don't do anything stupid. And they're like, all right, he's going to tee off. He's like, all right, good luck, pal. And you're like, move. And he's like, sorry. He's like,
where were you on that one?
He calls him dipshit. He's like, where were you on that one, dipshit?
That guy
classic.
Fucking weird, huh? He's a funny looking kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Happy Gilmore in the end.
Yeah, the tower.
The tower falls, and he just recreates
people climbing up it to see, get a better view.
The guy in the Volkswagen fucked some shit up. It fell down. He pulled the old putt-putt scenario where an impossible shot.
Right.
It goes in, and then immediately it goes in, and it's ho, ho, ho.
It's magic, Never believe it's not so.
I love that song.
You do.
And then they he goes to give him the jacket, and Shooter fucking takes the jacket. Well, we fucking missed some good Shooter scenes.
Ahead.
We can go back.
Yeah.
What was it?
PPY on the other cheek.
He's like, I saw two big fat bikers off 7 having sex. He's killing the game.
He signs the old lady's chest too.
Well, when Mr. Larson's there, he's like, good drive, Shooter, or whatever. He's like, you trying to reach the green from here, Shooter? He's like, that's impossible. I beg to differ. Mr. Gilmore accomplished that feat no more than an hour ago. He's like, well, good for Happy Gil. Oh my God.
Happy Gilmore. Oh my God.
And then later he has to shoot it off his foot.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He's like, I had to shoot it off Frankenstein's foot.
Which is a lot different than...
You have to play it as it lies.
I'm afraid that's right, Mr. Gilmore. Well, he's like...
She's like, go around the tower in 2 strokes and just do a tie,
When Shooter has to...
I'll just beat him now.
When Shooter has to fucking shoot it off that dude's foot, he does. He's like, that's 2, that's far, Shooter. He's like, good, you can count. And he's like, and you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. And he bends his fucking, hey, shooter, you forgot your 9 iron. But
let's go.
one of the lines that made me laugh the most at the end is after Shooter McGavin steals his jacket and takes off, they cut to that big dude and he goes, I believe that belongs to Mr. Gilmore.
Yeah. Everybody's
It shows him running, but it shows him like just power running. The big guy, like,
That guy's fucking scary looking.
yeah. He was in the original Longest Yard, which is a movie Adam Sandler remade.
Well, did you like it?
And he was Jaws in an old James Bond movie. He was the villain's henchman, or the bad guy, Jaws. That was
That
him.
makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. And then at the end of the movie, Tuesday's Gone plays again. They get the house back. Happy ending. I wrote one of my notes was like, I'm bummed that it's over.
He's
Like the movie. I'm like, oh.
he sees Chubbs in the sky with
A-
fucking
Abraham Lincoln.
yeah, and the
And the
alligator.
alligator. And they're all waving at him. Even the alligator's waving at him.
He's like, who are you looking at? Happy?
Loved
Something
it.
like that.
Loved it. I ain't seen it in a while. Loved it though.
I think I watched it maybe not that long ago, maybe a little over a year or so.
Made me want to go back and watch like Billy Madison.
I watched that one kind of recently too.
Like, I don't know which one
Showed
I've
my
seen
daughter.
the most, but equal amounts of times I watch both of those movies maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, kids, it's me.
I bet you thought that I was dead. When I forget what.
He's like,
I broke my hip and got a hemorrhage in my head.
movie's
Do
so
you have any more gum?
The movie makes no sense.
Where are you going out with the ratings for Happy Gilmore? Happy
Give it-
Gilmore?
Give it a 7. I find that I do the Adam Sandler goobly talk to my dog a lot without realizing. I'm like, oh, Sadie, oh, Sadie,
Sadie
oh, you puppy. You know what I mean?
I talk to Tiny the dog like this.
Yeah.
Tiny the dog.
Oh, you Sadie dog.
Come here, Tiny the dog. I'm right there too. I wrote 7 or 7.5.
Yeah.
I'll go 7.5.
So, yeah, I'll
It's-
match you.
it's
Fuck it,
really-
dude. I'll match you.
yeah.
7.5.
We're on double matches
We put
today.
Happy Gilmore 1 point under 12 Years a Slave, but it's fine.
You can't look at it like
It's
that.
fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's all fine.
Back in the day, I bet you would rate it,
10.
super high.
It would have
you
been
know?
a 10.
Right.
Those movies would have been 10s all day.
All day.
10s all day. Could watch
There's-
them multiple times a day.
These movies are so deep rooted in us
Yeah, they are. That's why I
from
was like,
childhood.
the member berries, dude, were strong.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, it's like comfort food, but like a movie, it's just. As soon as it started to play, the Tuesday is gone, and it's having little video flashbacks and everything.
Yeah.
I was like,
Here we go.
this is gonna be good times.
It's a joy. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Time for next time movies. Hey, what are we going to talk about next time? You want me to go first?
Stick around and find out.
After these messages.
Sure. you
Butt
go.
crustables. We did a whole butt crustables thing on a different episode. My movie, I'm going back to the Coen brothers because they make great movies. And I told you a couple weeks ago that I ate some mushrooms and got into folk music. So so that's kind of why, one of the reasons why I picked this
I
one.
know where you're going.
I've seen it once.
Oh, maybe I don't.
No, I don't think you do.
When you said folk music for a second, I was thinking,
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Yeah, that's a different one.
Okay.
But yeah, you got Oscar Isaacs
Okay.
and Justin Timberlake is in it. John Goodman's in it.
Okay.
I forget something. Carrie Mulligan, is that her name?
I don't know.
Mulligan. golf term.
Hey.
Inside Llewyn Davis is the name of the movie. It's a Coen Brothers. It's pretty great. I liked it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I love the music. That's kind of what started, because on YouTube sometimes I listen to the songs from this movie, and then I just let it play when I was on mushrooms, and it went on to all kinds of other folk music
just
that
takes over.
Turned my brain on to folk music. I'm into it.
It's weird how YouTube does that when you're in that state of mind. Not that I've ever been
right.
in that state of mind.
Yeah, I did a solo trip in it. It was fun.
It's not a bad time. Again, not that I've done that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that I've experienced that.
But yeah,
I didn't stare at my TV with just trees showing listening to the Beatles. That didn't happen.
That's fun.
Which brings me back to a theory I had about the Beatles. Again, this is unrelated to that, but on Sgt. Pepper's, they at the beginning of the album they introduced Billy Shears. I think Billy Shears is the Shrooms.
Harry Shears.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever listened to the album from front to back.
Speculation. So anyway, yeah, what was the name of your movie?
Inside Llewyn Davis. I think you could watch it for free with ads on Pluto, maybe.
Free with
Don't
ads?
you have Pluto? You
Maybe.
got it. I think you got it for one of the other movies, or maybe
Probably.
it's Tubi. Let me look it up.
Tubular.
Just to be sure. Yeah, it's Pluto TV for free with ads.
Excellent.
It's not a bad deal.
Tubular.
Tubular, What do you got for me?
Well, like I said, two of the characters from this movie were in Happy Gilmore.
Carl Weathers.
Chubbs, and the other mover guy.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a little movie you've heard of, starring Sylvester Stallone.
Rambo.
Rocky.
Oh.
The other character with an R. But yeah, the first Rocky. Carl Weathers plays Apollo Creed. The guy who's the mover with Will Sasso plays his manager / trainer in the movie. And in the Rocky franchise, he's in 5 of the Rocky movies, the trainer.
Oh, shit.
With Apollo. Or wait, no, he's in 4. I don't know. He trains Rocky at one point to fight Drago in Rocky 4. He comes back and trains him in Rocky 6. He's in those Rocky movies. But anyway, Rocky, dude.
Rocky 11.
You hadn't seen it, right? Or you had seen it?
No, I've never seen
I
might have seen parts as a child, but no, I never seen it.
It's a classic.
Didn't you just watch them recently, or you watched
Rocky 4
and the Creed movie, huh?
and the Creed movies?
All right, so that's cool. I believe that's on HBO.
If not, if you're coming over, I'll let you borrow. I got the Blu-ray box set.
That's what's up. Sounds good. Rocky and Inside Llewyn Davis. That's not a terrible matchup, I feel like.
That'd probably be good.
Sounds good.
Anyway, I guess
this was fun.
Yeah, take it easy.
Take it easy. And
Enjoy
I'm
yourself.
out. Enjoy.
Okay, it's been 25 years since I've done this. Let's see what happens. I'm scared. Shooter McGavin, this is for you. And I'm not lying to you, that is smashed. Smashed. And that went pretty well. You're dead, Shooter. Ha 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 ha.
Nice drive, Gilmore. 25 years, huh? Let's see if it's Shooter's tour. Check it out. Oh, yeah. It's all about the short game. Drive for show, putt for the dough. Money. Shooter. Still got it. Well, thank you to all the fans, and thank you to you, Adam Sandler. And why don't you just meet me at the 9th green at 9, Gilmore? Little secret of the pros. Okay? Oh, and Gilmore, wear something nice. 25th anniversary, baby. Shooter.